The cold snap continues down in Brazil with snow covering some cities this week as the country faces an unprecedented cold wave. Now in the southern city of Gramado, tourists crowded the streets to take pictures of the unusual scenery. The cold air mass will also hit parts of the country known for their warm weather. That includes the Amazon forest and the Northeast. Until next week, Mike, it's hard to think about winter, but down there, they're in the middle of it.
They're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like we're in the middle of summer, they're the opposite at this point. It sounds like it's a pretty bad blast of cold air there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, taking a look at the drought monitor, you can see we continue very dry in the western third of the country. So let's go back a week, see what it looks like. Yeah, well, we had a little more dry conditions in the east that have tended to go away. We've seen a little bit less red a month ago, but as we come forward, we'll go week by week here. You can see some of that has tried to come back in North and South Dakota. Not as bad as it was 2 months ago in those areas, but nonetheless, there are still some very, very dry fields, parts of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, eastern Montana. But basically, the rest of the area, besides some in the southwest, have really just stayed extremely dry, so extreme to exceptional drought conditions in many parts of the west. Here's the computer models and the forecasted fronts, and you can see not a lot out west. It's that hit and miss afternoon variety stuff that pops up. It's the typical what they call the monsoon this time of the year. Doesn't always end up being a monsoon per se, but it ends up giving you at least some moisture. You can see some showers and thunderstorms then near the stationary front from the central plains into the southeast. High pressure, cool high pressure over the Great Lakes, and an even cooler air mass coming behind this next front. It does have a few showers with it there up in the northern portions of the Great Lakes as we head through tonight and into tomorrow morning. As we head into the weekend, you can see a couple of weak storm systems, nothing major here, but there will be some areas of showers and thunderstorms from time to time. A lot of the areas will tend to get it during the afternoon hours. And there's a precipitation estimate over the past 24 hours. Adding in the next 36, you can kind of follow the fronts there. Our model actually does show northern Missouri, southern Iowa getting a decent amount of rain over a couple-day period here. We'll be watching that. But that is in between the cooler air over the Great Lakes in the northeast and still the hot, muggy stuff central southern plains into the southeast, and that kind of remains as we head through the next 24 hours. Look at some lows in the 50s there, many parts of the Great Lakes. High temperatures then only in the 70s, even a few 60s showing up. So that's some pretty cool air with that trough. Jet stream shows that not only holds, it intensifies a little bit as we head through Sunday and Monday. With the ridge remaining out west. And then we see things let up a little bit, but we still have a cutoff low there as we head through the end of next week over the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes. That's a look across the country. Now let's take a look at some local forecasts. We head to Salt Lake City first of all. Hot and humid, afternoon thunderstorm, high temperature of 91. Oklahoma City, partly sunny, very hot and humid, high up to 98. And Louisville, Kentucky, not as hot. Maybe a lingering thunder shower, high of 84.